Hello everyone, Morrison. Welcome to Things Invest. Talk about investing, finance, fresh development for today's video times only. So today's video is going to be another conceptual one, and I've been getting some good feedback from my friends here on YouTube. So I want to do another one, but today is more of just a video that I want to express my thought. I've been looking around my room, and I've been doing some cleaning today. I guess my room is getting a little bit cluttered, so I want to do some cleaning up, tidying up my room. I have a lot of stuff all over the place, so just it's almost a refresher to my room, knowing the fact that we've been working at home for such a long time now with this home work from home situation. And I was just like going through my closet and going through my my drawers and all that stuff. I see that I've been collecting a lot of stuff, right, throughout this years, and I have, it's an interesting observation that I noticed that the way I shop, progressively over time has shifted over time, right? I think early on when I was a teenager or when I was a young adult, if you may, right, 18, 19, 20 years old, I used to be, a collector of a lot of the latest fashion stuff like Supreme, Nike SBs. I was one of those like sneakerheads that loves to go to like these sneaker conferences or these conventions, if you may, on chasing for the, or even camping out for sneakers too. I think I've done that like once or twice for like Supremes, which is like very hype type of urban fashion, if you guys are not familiar with, and also like waiting for the next like Jordan or Nike drops, right? And I was one of those, used to be wearing like full head-on gear, from like Supreme box logo hat to Supreme t-shirts to or Jordans, the latest Jordans, right? And me being my little young insecure self, I thought I was like super cool, right? Flexing on people with my latest gear and etc., right? And frankly, I think I wasted a lot of money, when I was really, relatively young. And this is, I guess, part of me growing up. And over time, as I was looking at that in my closet, I was like, wow, I spent so much money, on things that I never needed. And as I grew up over time, I, start to make a little bit more money. My spending habits definitely shifted, right? I still enjoy shopping. I still enjoy fashion. I still enjoy, like, look at the latest stuff. But the way I kind of formalize my approach when I'm purchasing anything, could be a leather jacket, it could be like a travel bag, it could be a watch, to even like a computer, or even like a piece of furniture, if you may, right? The way that I approach purchasing now, I become a little bit more of a seasoned consumer, if you will. Not an investor, but you could think of it as an investing if you talk about like watches, or if you talk about like a nice leather jacket or something that's timeless, that appreciate over time. That despite making a little bit more money and being a little bit more financially, comfortable. The way that I look at things now, or like materialistic things I'm talking about, is I always like try to think about like how long is the durations of this usage of this specific item, right? Like, do I see myself wearing this specific jacket, this specific pair of shoes, for, let's say, like the next 10 years or 20 years even, or if I could pass down to my sons or daughter someday, right? Always think about it that way. Like, I used to be, I guess, shopping for the sake of shopping for, to show for. But now I'm looking for more towards the durability, timelessness, if you may, right? So a lot of the pieces that I have in my closet, and also like the furniture that I buy right now, although they do demand a relatively, they're not like cheap stuff, but they are high quality that lasts a long time. So, and I don't know. This is just my perspective. I know some people are often, basically looking for like a cheap deal, or try to get like knockoff for something that you know they think is useful. But I think it's important for people to understand that there's a reason why certain things that are very simple but they demand such a high price, because obviously because of the quality and the material that they use. But I wouldn't. I think contingent on obviously the price sensitivity that you have in terms of like what is the affordability that you have in your personal budget. I think going forward, whenever people are shopping, they want to basically do a lot of comparable type of analysis, like just thinking about, okay, so if I'm gonna buy this, right? I see this one, I don't know, one jacket that's cost maybe $150, like from H&M, if you may, versus a jacket that's coming from like Ralph Lauren, that's cost us like $600, right? In terms of like the material, you see that the Ralph Lauren is like real genuine leather, and the fit is better, right? Although they look very similar, right? One is just plain, black, very simple, clean cut. The other one at H&M, they look like relatively comparable, but obviously the H&M one is like with synthetic leather, and they probably break down over time, right? If you're gonna think about like wearing this for the rest of your life, if you are one of those like long lasting or loyal consumer like myself, I'd rather you pay a little bit more of a premium for something that lasts a long time, right? And I think that you should apply the same mindset to any other things, right? And not just for the hype. I realize people buy a lot of the designer goods is really because they want to feel special in a way. They want to have that logo as a stamp of approval that, oh, hey, I make a lot of money. Like, hey, look at me, I'm wearing this Gucci jacket, this Gucci shirt, or this belt from Prada or whatever. I do understand that feelings of wearing something that symbolizes like wealth and success. I get it. It's a good materialistic feeling, but it's a feeling that doesn't last a long time, right? And ultimately, we always care about the quality and the long-lasting value of the respective items that you have. I want you to think of like consumerism with respect to buying the materialistic goods in an investment mindset perspective, right? How does this appreciate over time? Is the value that you purchase long lasting, right? And this can be applicable to anything, right? And yeah, I just want to share my thoughts. And it's not really a specific reason why, but it's just I guess I was just like cleaning my closet, and I have like this kind of a reflective moment thinking back, like, wow, I really have changed over time, even though we are not we don't see that much change as in comparisons to how people look at us in a different perspective, right? We're constantly looking at ourselves on a daily basis in front of a mirror. We don't really detect the changes or the way we perceive ourselves versus like other people that have a different lens or a different time frames in terms of their perspective on you versus the perspective that you have on yourself on a life basis, right? So it's nice that I see the change in myself over time, that with the mindset of investing, it really kind of changes my whole overall mindset as a as a consumer, which is a kind of a pseudo way of investing at the same time. So hopefully this is interesting to you, and sorry again for me just like babbling and having run-on sentences, but just I just want to express my thoughts into how I think about consumerism as a whole. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for this coming up. Take care. Bye.